How are y'all doing? It's me, Gavin, bro. My arm just looks so skinny right now. Also, hair kind of greasy. It felt funny in the shower, so yeah, here we are. Though, yeah, don't know. I was about to say I don't know how many of y'all heard about this, but no, you've all heard about this. The Chuggaaconroy situation. It's kind of insane. Well, no, I'll give my full thoughts on just him at the end of the video. But I'll just start off with how he's gone into some hot water, and at first it just seemed every time something would happen, it would just seem like it could not get any worse, but it just did. It just gets worse every single time. Every single day, actually. That's what I mean to say. Every single day, something new that comes out about it. It's insane, but you know what? It's whatever. Anyways, it's all over Twitter, and I'm just gonna be reading off a few tweets. So, anyways, I don't know if you can hear it. You probably can because it's just downpouring right now. It just started raining down here. This is absolutely saddening. Then again, it fits the mood of what we're talking about here. Uh, how sad it is. But no, if I found the tweet from Lady Emily, it took me a second, but I found it. Just to get it off my chest, last year Chuggaaconroy kept trying to get me to initiate erotic foot fetish roleplay with him while he also had a girlfriend. This included sending shoes to my house under the guise of a gift, only to constantly ask for feet pics afterwards. And that was from her quote retweeting her thing about scrolling through Reddit and seeing dozens of comments calling the popular YouTuber who sexually harassed you for several months last year a wholesome being with only green flags. And yeah, I mean, I would want that to be exposed, honestly, no matter who it is, if that's happening. To which Joe Conroy himself, it's through Facebook, so I can't really give you any screenshots. Sorry. Um, he sent out an apology, and it apparently was a decent apology from what I heard. I saw a little bit of something through screenshots. Yes. Apparently it was like consensual. She was fine with it and whatnot. Apparently Lady Emily herself said that never happened. I can't say for sure because, like I said, I didn't look at his thing on Facebook. I'm sorry. I just don't care enough about Facebook. My bad. I have an account. I just don't use it actively. But after this though, a bunch of people eventually just came out to start talk. Well, yeah, that they eventually. I was about to read her reply, but I was like, no, that doesn't matter because everything else that happens. But eventually, everybody else just came out of the woodworks talking about things that happened with Chugga, and it's just like, oh boy, bro, can you just like please calm down up there, Zeus? Golly, chill out with the rain. Before you know, lightning's gonna be striking on us. There's also this thing from Masaya Anela. I actually, even though I know her, I never really watched her like that, so I don't know if I'm ever pronouncing her name right. Um, but she came out about this, and it says, after the number of people who inquired about Chuggaaconroy over MagFest, I feel I need to make this clear. I have not associated with, why did I say it like that? With Emil for years, nor are we friends. Any cameo, like Splatoon 2, recorded long before our falling out, wait, really? I actually didn't know that. I already read this, I don't know why I'm acting shocked. But no, that's kind of wild to think that was recorded at least, because last time I saw them together was like 2020. So if that was when they had their falling out, that's been a while in the making. That's crazy. Or interaction / mention, Coliseum Twitch chat was posted and done without my consent after I made it clear that I did not want to be associated. I'm uncomfortable with the way he has talked to about me in the past, which has been a huge point of distress, combined with the way he's spoken to about others, particularly women, in private and public. It is concerning, and I do not want to associate with that behavior. Emil has historically been one to push boundaries, and being faced with a following as large as his is absolutely harrowing. Even establishing my own personal boundaries carries an inherent risk for a long time. Not rocking the boat, in quotes, felt like the safer option. I've seen the recent post and his apology. I've privately received several from him over the years that have rung hollow with his actions. I'm tired of hearing it and have no more chances to give, and I'm exhausted from pretending, politely dodging topics when he is brought up. For my own comfort and safety, I will not be attending events that he will be at unless it is a public space where I am able to avoid him, like large-scale conventions. I have not seen him in years, and I have no intention to start again now. To those who have unknowingly asked me questions about him, either at MagFest, in private, or in chat comments, I hold absolutely no ill will and I do not fault you, but moving forward, I will not be reciprocating discussion about Emil further in any capacity. This is my personal line in the sand, made because I no longer want to quietly tolerate people speaking for me, assuming the wrong things or incorrectly associating us as friends or collaborators. To those who have also been hurt, I empathize with you and wish you all strength. Man, it's actually sunny outside again. That's great. But no, I mean, I remember Masai, I don't know. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. I remember her from, like, back in, like, the first time I actually saw her was through the Runaway Guys thing, whenever they did Mario 3D World. I know they still have done things on the Runaway Guys before, also with that, and I think even after. But mostly it was that and a bunch of times that she collaborated with Chuggaaconroy. I think, I don't know if they did or not, I'm just saying this off of memory. I think they lived with each other at one point. So seeing that news, how she's been made uncomfortable multiple times, and that, and I know that, like, her and him have been shipped by fans over the years, which is kind of, even if they do have chemistry, it's kind of still weird for a real person. If it's a fictional character, if it makes sense, whatever. If it makes sense, I might even ship them as well, but I don't think you should be shipping a real person if they do not, even if they are in a relationship privately and just don't make it public. I don't think you should be shipping them. Hot take of this video, but no, they used to be shipped, and then apparently that was a thing. I guess is probably what happened. He probably also went along with the shipping, and probably made her uncomfortable with that because they weren't actually in a relationship. Maybe that's just my personal theory. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe with that shipping, he was trying to get that erotic foot play as well. Nothing against that either. You know what? I'm actually a guy that's kind of into feet. I won't lie to you. But it does kind of suck that it's somebody like this that's into this controversy. However, though, Masai over here is not the only one that's talking about it as well. People have, quote, retweeted her that have had experiences with Emil over the years, like Miss Fushi here. I support her 100%. Chuggaaconroy has made me uncomfortable on many occasions. I am not okay with him contacting me and will not be a part of any event he participates in. I was afraid about posting this publicly, but I have to share. This community has good men. He isn't one. We also have Ant Dude here. Gonna echo this briefly. Emil and I were friends in the past, like, way longer than many would believe. But many actions over the last few years have created quite a considerable wedge. From my perspective, he is not somebody I'd want to associate with going forward. The long and short, okay, I'm so bad at reading, apparently. The long and short of it was Emil occasionally trying to get closer with me, only once whew! I don't know what my brain did there for a minute. The long and short of it was Emil occasionally trying to get closer with me, only once he started also sending off-putting text. My girlfriend, who he knew I was with. No, this isn't related to Emily. My distaste for him is purely personal, and I merely want to amplify Masai's message. Believe it or not, I actually hate internet drama. I just want to talk about video games. And, you know, that's definitely, it's really sucky that Emil did that. That, you know, it's like somebody that you're friends with, and then you get close with them once they get in a relationship, only to try to send strange messages to their partner. Hopefully him, Ant Dude, and his partner are well, happily together still. As much as I like Chuggaaconroy, I can't even lie, that's not a good thing. I'm sorry. I have heard that he is autistic from he himself and people, well, himself confirming it. And from what I know that can set you back developmentally. But I feel like at some point you also, even with that lack of development, because you're autistic, you have to also realize that somebody's like, no, you can't do that. Then you also kind of, it still falls completely on them if something like this happens. We also have tweets from both Tim and John from the Runaway Guys talking about Emil. So hey, yeah. I hear everyone wanting me to speak about Emil. Oh, this is John's message thing, by the way. I hear everyone wanting me to speak about Emil. I have a lot of feelings that I'm sorting through. I'm extremely disappointed and confused on what's next. Please be patient while I process things. Just know I don't condone his actions. I'll share my thoughts when I am ready. And then we get this message from Tim, or Nintendo Capri Sun, as he's also known. Just to clear the air a little bit here, I was not aware about any of the stuff with Emil until just last week. And with more recent developments, I am shocked. I will say here and now that I do not approve his behavior, but I say that as a friend. A friend who wants to see him overcome this, move past it, and see that it never happens again. Emil is currently getting very serious professional help as we speak. I shouldn't speak further on that matter, as it's not my story to tell. As to the state of TRG and or Colosseum, I can't make any promises one way or the other. Obviously, we got a lot of stuff to figure out. We just need time. My sympathies go out to Masai and all the others who were affected by this. Wishing you all peace and safety and comfort in the coming weeks and beyond. Now, it also did come out about accusations of him being a pedophile, but the thing was, I'm gonna say it like this currently. I'm just gonna start off like this. He's currently 33. When these messages came out, he was 19, talking to a 15-year-old. Now, I'm still gonna say that's weird. The argument could be made. Me personally, since it was almost 20 years ago, and it was like a 4-year age gap, it's still weird. But I'm not gonna sit here and boo-hoo about it. I'm sorry. My also personal take on that is, for the friend that came out, I don't think, unless you figured it out while the controversy was happening with Emil, in which case, good it came out at least, but like, I don't think a friendship does not happen overnight, and if your friend told you this, you probably sat on it waiting for something to happen, most likely, if you did this, in which case, the only person I feel bad for in this situation is the person that got groomed, if it's true. If that's a little mean, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be mean about it, because I don't think that you as a friend should have sat on that if you're gonna come out like this about it right now. But I'll just, for my personal take about Emil, I just said if the accusations are true, definitely weird. Not gonna lie to you, but I'm also not gonna cry about it. I'm just gonna say, as long as, I have heard he's in a hospital, as Tim said, he's seeking therapy about this whole situation. And I'm hoping he comes out on top. I hope that he's actually gonna try and do better in the future, because yeah, it sucks to see somebody that you kind of did grow up with. Even though I found out about all of these guys through the Runway guys, and then found them all individually. I don't know if anybody else had that experience, but I did. It sucks to see somebody like Chuggaaconroy in this type of scenario, and my sympathies, like how Tim said, my sympathies go out to everybody that was affected by Emil's actions. And also, just for a message for Emil, definitely not great what you did, but I'm hoping that through you seeking therapy and whatever else you do, it just leads you to becoming a better person in the future. But yeah. Oh, also, I don't know if they said it in the tweet number, maybe I just forgot if they did. They also did say they're currently shutting down the TRG website just for right now. Yeah, it is down. I looked myself before recording this. It is down, and maybe it'll come back up one day. Maybe it won't. You never know. But yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on the situation. But yeah, that's about it. But of course, as always, I hope y'all have a damn good one. Take care of yourselves.